Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
Now it's Yamal. Well read, and the danger is averted.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that could set him on his way. Oh, Kachu! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Yamal. Vieira. And the pass is intercepted. Alonso. Oh, and the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Yamal. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Now that looks a decent ball. In with the challenge. And that was nowhere near his best. The most accurate pass. And it's Lam. Kukçu is the team's great visionary.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Pass somewhat off target. Still goalless at the moment. Looking for options for movement. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, important interception. Vieira. Borussia Dortmund were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Marquinhos does really well to win the ball there. Best. Roberto Carlos calmly anticipates. Vieira. Now it's Yamal. Played over towards the opposite flank. Figo. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's got away, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Yamal. Some good work on the right flank here. Now it's Yamal. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Figo. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, not quite. Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso. And he cuts out the supply. Koller. Knocks it into space. And they can counter here. Best. And the shot! There it is! First blood drawn. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Figo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Stood up well to him there. And it's Hullet. Played out to the right. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Koller, nicely spread. Yamal gets into some space. And back out it comes. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Figo is looking to influence the game from out wide. It's Figo! Oh, he's been caught napping! And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Best! Off the post! Lahm gets good distance on it. Great defending, strong and determined. Yamal. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Nicely weighted ball. Can he finish? Xavi Alonso. And it's Kukçu. And it's Xavi Alonso.
That's going in strongly.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Oh, what a ball! And that was very necessary. Rijkaard. And here's Bale. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Best really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Being still separated by the game's only goal. And it's Figo. Well, that pass isn't the best. Ambitious ball here. That is ended up in no man's land. Vieira. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. Figo, back in once more. And that's been repelled. Here's a shot! Oh, that is very close.
Rijkaard brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Bullet dominates aerially so often. Best. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Roberto Carlos. That ball looks a good one. Paresi. And he shoots! Oh, special! That is a special goal! About as smooth as it gets! Borussia Dortmund back on level terms. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And he's gone looking for safety. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, they could break here, and he's managed to get free. Oh, nice touch. Now the ball, he gets big! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And the comeback is complete. Certain, searing, and imperious.
He did so well there, attacking the...
Goes for a shot! He scores! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Marquinhos getting this one clear.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Terrific header! He will be livid with himself.
Substitution.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Right card. There's the crossfield ball. That has not gone well.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's a sharp little ball here. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, that's fabulous. He's got full. It's bounced back off the post. Right card.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Added minutes on the board. Looking to play him in. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Alonso. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's in a great position here. Best shot at goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. This is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
That's a decent clearance. And that's that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it...
Visi satu.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock
everybody, and
horns.
welcome to today's
This is
match.
football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so...
Takes a shot! And he thumps it clear. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's been played through. He's having a shot! Goal! Utrecht! Utrecht take the lead! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's a good ball. Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Mbappe. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Rijkaard.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Back into the middle. Picked out brilliantly. Real chance! And we have our very first corner. And it's Rijkaard. And he was alert to it. Utrecht have the chance to go the other way. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice... Shapes to shoot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Looking for the run. Xavi Alonso.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Elise. There's the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Probing pass. No foul, says the referee. Elise. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. To Marquinhos. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Neatly clipped into space. It's a promising position. An instinctive delivery. Oh no, this does not look good. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Best. Can he get it through? And the shot's on here. Shoots! Sticks it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Olise. Marquinhos. Bale goes on a charge down the left. Olise. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Xabi Alonso. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Olise cuts a frustrated figure right now, he just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Face to face, and the finish! And it's half-time here. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we are back underway. Pinches it off him. Olise. And that could set him on his way. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's got a side of goal. Marquinhos defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Mbappe. He's tried one! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And here's Mbappe. Raul goes for a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was...
Oh, what a mistake! He's through now, and the shot! Really well taken goal. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
It's an old saying, but it's still as true as ever. The first yard's in the head, and look at the way he was so quick off the mark there.
This is quite a battle.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how team...
He's one-on-one, and a chance! Now, who's going to be first? Oh, he's been caught napping. Can he finish? It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he's straight offside. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Raul. And he's picked it up out wide. That's an excellent interception. Xabi Alonso. Best. Costa Curta. Now it's Aubameyang. Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Aubameyang. Marquinhos. And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that's a key interception. Raul looking understandably energised after his goal. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Nicely weighted ball. Tries a shot! Goal! You checked! And they're back in front!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, that's delightful. That's crossed into the middle. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Tries to pass it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement.
Chance! It was a good ball that, played into his feet.
Oh, he may have snatched at that, Peter. The ball came in at a pace, and at a good height too. He only needed to redirect it.
Rijkaard. 75 minutes played. He won't be happy with that one. Van Dijk. Raul going face to face with his great rival. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Substitution on the field. Number 77.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Coming on the field.
Got amongst the goals here, and now and the shot.
Zico.
And that has been cleared. And it's Kukçu. In with the challenge.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
This looks promising. Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Joelinton. So much time and space here. Look at the space here. And he's heaved it away.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And he's in on goal. Big chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Number 97.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Number 8. Pep Guardiola. Coming on the field.
And it's been taken short.
Number 15.
Bale.
Number 14.
Cross. He's got
Xabi
through. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Marquinhos. Rijkaard. He is through here. 5 minutes to add. And here's Rooney. Best. Xabi Alonso spots it and intercepts. Now it's Rooney. Crossed in once more. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator of the ball.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that's put paid to a promising move. Bale. Great run on the overlap here. Decent chance! And that was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Marquinhos. Rijkaard. And it's Kukçu. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
It's a searching pass. Xabi Alonso. Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And now the breakaway. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And here's Mbappe. And that pass just didn't quite work. He shifted it to the flank. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Mbappe! Chance, surely! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Elects to cross. He's in a good position here. And it's slung out wide. Best very much a man of this moment. Nicely shaped ball. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And that has left him in a heap. Hazard. He's got away. No, he's not getting his way this time. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. And it's Xabi Alonso. Mbappe. Rice. Szoboszlai. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's in, takes a shot! Goal! Arsenal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
A 1-0 lead established.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Xavi Alonso. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Mbappe. Played out to the right. He has found the way through. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Mbappe.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Mateus demonstrating his defensive quality there. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's come to nothing. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Xavi Alonso.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's been played through.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Xavi Alonso. Oh, easy pickings there. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game-changer.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he skips past his man. Kukçu. Xavi Alonso. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Takes the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Soboslai with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's picked his way through.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And it's Kukçu. Xavi Alonso. Your impressions so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And he cuts out the supply. Rice. Palmer. Mbappe looking to add to his goal. Kukçu. And that has put paid to that. Baresi. Played over towards the opposite flank.
That's a great ball cross-field.
And it's Kukçu. And that was nowhere near his best. Mateus conjures time and space where few can. Park Ji-sung. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Kukçu. He's a sharp little ball here. Caresses it through. Stood up well to him there. Passing nice and neat. Gets into some space. Chooses to go back. Xavi Alonso. Azar.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Rice. For Palmer. And here's Mbappe. Park Ji-sung. Park Ji-sung was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Look at the space here. Park Ji-sung. Looking for options for movement. No, that's been intercepted. And that is as far as they're going to go. Mateus, who's set up one goal so far.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Big header! Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Kukçu. Mbappe. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Knocks it into space.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
That has ended up in no man's land. Marquinhos. That's a throw. Arsenal clearly now in lead preservation mode. Rice. And that's that. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides...
Ini sunyi kayak hati kamu emang bener anjir. Gak tahu gue. Biarin aja. Berisik, diam. Bukan kakak, Kak. Bukan. Ini ada kawan ngechat. Ah, iya. Enggak, ini pakai peredam kok. Dia kalau dekat kali sama mic baru. Tanda ya, kalau musik itu pun nggak masuk suaranya. Kecuali kalau memang nempel kali. Tersinggung. Halo. Makanya nggak usah nyenggol. Oh, yang 50. Apa 50? Satu B kah? Lu nyawer. Cok jaringan ya cok asli. Lu minggir anjir kan. Bangsat. Tahu aja di belakang. Apakah kelihatan kecil itu? Kecuali lu gedein bangsat. Oh, gedein kayak gini tuh. Anjing, anjing. Sat. Cok, lama nggak main jadi cupu. Baru berapa hari libur.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Nggak sopan.
And we're underway.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it, the way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was... Terrific header! Harmlessly
Discord, ayo.
behind.
Apa itu diskor?
That's been cut out, well played. Xavi Alonso. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
Kalau gitu sih.
Maldini cuts out the pass.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Luis Suarez, distributed tidily. Now it's Messi. Messi! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Gak ada filter, muncung.
Now he's off and running. Now it's Luis Suarez. Pelé. Oh, what has happened? And Messi!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Takes a shot.
Apa sih?
Oh, that was no routine save.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Pelé driving through the middle. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Little pass back. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And he's intervened well there. And here's Messi. Closing in on... Big chance! There it is! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Best. Stood up well to him there.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
No luck with that dink over the top. Yaya Toure is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He's through here, and the shot!
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now it's Pelé. Oh, facing up to his adversary. Messi! Messi! From another planet! About as smooth as it gets. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So here's a chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Looking to play him in. Steaming on goalwards. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Driving forward, and he's in on goal. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting.
Ito sih.
They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And it's Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Oh, it's come loose. Van Nistelrooy. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. And we hit half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Attenzione signore e signori, ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi di non perdere di vista i propri bambini durante la partita, per la loro sicurezza.
And we're underway again. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Passing is crisp and sharp. And they win it back again. Threads one in towards the back stick. That has been knocked clear. He won't be happy with that one. Joelinton. Is there any support? He might not need it. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Not the most accurate pass. And that's put paid to a promising move.
Best really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
In by Messi. And he's taking no chances there. Moved on forwards. Best. He is through here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down.
Decent chance! Goal! And they are right back within touch! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So, just a consolation, and Cruyff! In he goes again! Oh, what a mistake! What a throw in. Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Maldini calmly anticipates. Neatly clipped into space. Khan claims comfortably. Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Out towards the flank. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Seedorf.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pelé. Oh, this is a very good run. And the shot! Really well taken goal. And they are pulling clear here. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 13. Van Nistelrooy.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 24.
So now the difference is 3.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
No, he refuses to take the bait. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Chance! That is delicious! A finish of true class!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Numero 19.
So is this the start of a comeback? A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Yaya Toure. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's in plenty of space here. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's Royce. Joe Linton was in no mood for any of that. Good ball over the top. He's in a great position here. Now that is a hefty challenge. Royce.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's got away. Howson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Looking for the run. Marquinhos cuts it out. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Hazard. Tries to pass it through. Some good work on the right flank here. And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Xavi Alonso, who does have an assist to his name. Now there's a fine ball. Ibrahimovic! Oh, split-second reaction.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos plays it short. Foot in. And that will be the final act. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they...
Thank you.